Welcome to Healing Through Dentistry podcast,
where we redefine health, wellness, and the power of your smile.
We're your hosts,
Hana
and Eva, twin sisters, qualified dentists and medical doctors.
This is more than a dental podcast.
It's a journey into profound connection between oral health and whole body healing.
Through personal stories, inspiring client transformations, and expert insights,
we explore how dentistry can ignite energy, relieve chronic pain, and transform lives.
Get ready to discover the extraordinary ways your smile can heal, inside and out.
Let's begin. Welcome to Healing Through Dentistry podcast, where we share transformational stories today. With Hana, we're online, we're not together, so it's a little bit tricky to just know who talks.
Hi everyone, and I guess Eva, you've had this amazing story about removal of amalgams and thyroid gland issues being improved like significantly. So would you like to share that, or shall we just share like why do we do removal in a safe way? Yeah, so
maybe I start with the story because that's fascinating. That's what I would like to hear as a listener, and then we would add what we do and what is smart to do. Smart. So I am so in awe, and I love when we can have data. And as I said, we are just coming back. We said in previous episode that we're coming back from the Congress where there were almost 200 biological dentists from all around the world. And it's beautiful to see, hear data and listen to experience and join experience over the years, because some of the biological dentists, they are practicing more than 30 years. So it's not a new thing. It's not a new branch of profession. It's one of them. He said it's good dentistry. It's not biological dentistry. It's a good dentistry. So I love the data about my client because we don't have data on paper that often. So I have a client who is in her 30s. I think she's almost 30, and she has thyroid gland issues. She didn't tell me on our first initial assessment the details much, but I knew that there was thyroid gland problem she was dealing with so much that she started studying naturopathy. So she's a young student of naturopathic medicine, which I loved. And she had two small amalgam fillings on her first molars. One was upper right and the other one was lower right. And how the Chinese medicine works is that the first molar, and this is also our story, Hana, that the first molar is connected with the thyroid gland. And I always explain to clients that if there is if the immunity has to deal with something which secures something, which is in her case amalgam filling, mercury filling, then everything what is on the path, on that meridian, could be weakened. So some clients, they would tell me it's a thyroid gland. Some clients, they would tell me it's the vertebrae, it's the back pain. So everybody has a little bit different story, or it's arm or it's elbow. Her case was that we have removed the amalgam, and she's coming after 3.5 months. And she said the first thing which she said when she comes into the room was that she's not nervous anymore like she was before. And I was like, that's amazing. It's amazing, because I always love to hear first what's happened since the time when we haven't seen each other. But she goes on more. She's saying that she had a blood test done before. So before she saw me last time. And they measure the thyroid gland, and she had autoimmune disease. She had elevated levels of antibodies, TPO, which is like a kind of on a way of transforming T3 to T4, so the hormones of thyroid gland. And the levels were 1300. And I told you, Hana, it was 1300. 3.5 months later, she did the testing, she did the blood test before she came to see me. And her levels were 50. And these levels are considered normal. So I was so happy that she shared this data with me, because we usually have just the experience, that the feeling, I'm saying just, but it's major, but we don't really have that often the data written on the paper. So I was very happy for her, and encourage everybody who have even slightly small amalgam filling, mercury filling, to remove it, and remove it safe way. We call it smart way, and that's what you can, Hana, talk about. What is a smart way of removing amalgam fillings?
Smart, well, that's an abbreviation for safe amalgam or
Mercury,
safe mercury amalgam removal technique, right? But it's not like what the word means, but how you do it. So basically, we use a special filter which filters mercury vapor. When we're removing the amalgam, there's a vapor in the air, and there needs to be a very special filter, a delicate one, which can absorb the fumes. Also, we use oxygen, extra oxygen, so you have it in your nose, and a protective rubber dam and protective, like a
mask and coat and hat.
Yeah.
So we try to be very detailed on that, because we are very sensitive to mercury, and mercury is actually the most toxic element on Earth.
Yeah.
And it's
but
just
even though if we're careful, I always advise myself, but also the team and the clients, that it's not the only thing that we remove the amalgams and then we've got filters and all the protection. Like, nothing protects you 100%. So as for me, and I'm sure for you, Eva, it's the same. We're always big on taking supplements, taking chlorella, going to sauna regularly. I've got an infrared sauna at home, and I always keep telling myself I need to do it more. But in the winter, I tend to do it twice a week, because all the sweating or running, one of our nurses, she runs every single day 9 kilometers to work. So she's basically sweating everything out, which is a natural way how you actually get the toxins, not only from mercury, but other toxins out. So it is very important to think deeper and, of course, remove amalgams, because if you've got amalgams in your mouth, by chewing, by, talking, by grinding at night, there's a little amount of that mercury getting out all the time. So you don't want that, because the immune systems obviously needs to deal with that. So let's clear it, let's remove it, so the immune system doesn't have to do it. But of course, then there's this detox time. And also, today, I've had a client, we were removing root canals and replacing them for ceramic zirconia. And she was sharing with me how after the first phase, which the first phase is always about removing all the metals from the body. So the first phase was with her removing amalgam fillings, which she's had, I don't know, maybe 13, 14, a lot, and extensive one, not small ones ever. And she said how she felt constantly much better, less
immediately, yes.
Immediately, energetically, but also, she said, no migraines. She was not that swollen. Her digestive system was working much better. But also, she was sharing how it just goes in a loose, because obviously I did tell her the detox doesn't happen overnight. It just takes several months. I'd just say 3, 6, up to 12 months. And you need to do usually more things together, not just one, just to detox yourself. So on that note.
Yes, I will summarize. You pointed out detox through your skin, which is infrared sauna, and then binders, which is chlorella or charcoal, So the most important thing is to detox. Yes, over the time.
Yeah, to detox the liver, and then obviously digestive system. So that's the main organs. But everything else just clears with that, obviously. So on that
note, I will just remind all the listeners that mercury has a very big affinity to neural system. That's why you've heard Hana saying about migraine is gone, and you've heard me saying also the nervousness is gone as well. So,
and as a matter of fact, my personal story was that I've had a brain fog. And that's why we actually started to dig deeper what's going on. And we took her
analysis. Yeah. I wonder what the next test is, because we just sent it last week to States.
We just sent it last week. So we're wondering what's going to be like.
It's our fourth one, right? Yeah. So we will see what happens.
That's why we started to dig deeper and started to actually get all the gadgets into our surgery to protect us and our team first. And obviously then we're helping others to remove the amalgams safely.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be for amalgams for today. We can have another 10 hours of sharing, stories.
We will try to bring this, my client alive, the naturopath. That would be lovely, because I love to also people to know what is naturopathic medicine.
That's right. Okay. Take care and see you in the next episode.
See you.
Thank you for joining us on Healing Through Dentistry podcast. We hope today's conversation has inspired you to see your smile as the gateway to whole body well-being.
To stay connected, visit us on our website or follow us on social media.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could benefit.
Until next time, remember, healing starts with a smile.
Take care,
and we will see you in the next episode.